Hello everybody, it's Portal, and welcome to my 4th specific killer guide. Today I'll be going over an interesting, difficult, and strong killer, the Cenobite. Once again, I'd love it if you could hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and leave a like, as it really helps me make more videos with the extra growth. Sorry for that self-promo, but it would really help my channel. The Cenobite is just over a year old now. He has one of the most unique powers in the game, with a combo of slowdown and anti-loop. He can be incredibly strong in the right hands. However, he is not the easiest killer to pick up, with a lengthy power with a lot of mechanics. You need to get a solid grasp on how he plays before picking him up, unlike some other killers who you can just go in and play as like Billy or Legion. Let's get right into the guide. The Cenobite's power is called Summons of Pain. Summons of Pain has many separate parts, so I'll just jump right into the basics of it. Holding down the power button will summon a gateway. The distance of where your gateway is depends on how long you charge your power. When you stop charging, your point of view is instantly swapped to the gateway. You can look around through the gateway and can hit the attack button to summon a possessed chain. When summoning a chain will shoot out as a fast-moving projectile that you control with your mouse. Imagine throwing a hatchet on Huntress, but your screen follows the hatchet. Missing a survivor will instantly cancel the power. If you hit a survivor, they will become bound with 3 separate chains. Chains slow down survivors considerably. Survivors can hold down the ability button to start breaking chains at 1 per second, or can hit terrain with them, breaking the chains. However, if survivors break the chains with terrain, another slow-moving chain will automatically target and shoot at survivors, but they aren't too accurate and are relatively easy to dodge. Other survivors can break chains by running through them, or the Cenobite can also accidentally break them by walking into them. If this occurs, the auto chains will not spawn. The more chains in a survivor, the slower they move. When a survivor is chained, they can't run or fast or medium vault, making them incredibly vulnerable if you snag them at a loop. This is your anti-loop power, allowing you to aim and hook a survivor, slowing them down by an incredible amount. While it's not super easy to hit a survivor, I recommend aiming your gateway to be right on top of survivors to hit them almost instantly with the chain, or by shooting them as they vault a pallet or a vault spot. The next part of the Cenobite's power is the box. At the start of the game, the Lament configuration spawns and a timer starts counting down from a base of 90 seconds. You can see this timer in the form of a circle around the survivor's icons. At the end of the 90 seconds, a chain hunt begins. During a chain hunt, the auto chains will constantly snipe at survivors. Survivors can prevent this by finding and solving the Lament configuration at any time before or after the chain hunt begins. Survivors see the aura of the Lament configuration at all times. The aura will be white if there is no chain hunt, and will be yellow if there is a chain hunt. When survivors carry the box, they can attempt to solve it, which takes 6 seconds. Survivors are also oblivious when carrying the box, and will be attacked by chains constantly. During this time, the Cenobite can teleport to the survivor, solving it, and bind them as teleports. Upon arriving, he will say the funny "I came" line and play like normal. Both solving the box or having the Cenobite teleport to you as you are solving it cancels the 90-second timer, and the box will be despawned. The box will respawn after 45 seconds if solved or if the Cenobite teleports to them. The Cenobite can also find the box and choose to solve it. While this is super rare, if you can hear a slight electricity noise, follow it as it'll lead you to the box. If the Cenobite solves the box, all survivors will scream, revealing their location, and will be instantly bound by 3 chains, and the box will respawn in 10 seconds. When the box respawns, the 90-second chain hunt timer starts again. This is the slowdown part of the Cenobite's power. It doesn't activate all the time, but chain hunts are super powerful. If you can find the box before survivors get to it, it will give you a lot of map control. Overall, the Cenobite's power is incredibly strong. While not insanely powerful, it provides solid slowdown and anti-loop. He only is missing out on map pressure or gen pressure, which you can make up for with choosing regression perks. The Cenobite's 3 perks are all actually quite good. His first teachable perk is called Deadlock. When a generator is completed, the gen with the most progression is blocked by the entity for 20, 25, or 30 seconds depending on level. You see the aura of this generator in white. This perk is really good. In total, it offers 2 whole minutes of gen block time, which is nothing to scoff at. It allows killers who depend on early game and mid game to have a serious fighting chance, so use this on weak early game killers like Trapper. If I had to rank this perk out of 10, I would give it an 8 out of 10, because of its reliable activation, and that it tells you which gen has the most progress, so you know where to defend. The Cenobite's second teachable perk is Hex Plaything. When you hook a survivor, and if there is at least one dull totem in the trial, Hex Plaything becomes active on a random totem. The hooked survivor suffers from the Oblivious status effect until it is cleansed, and only the hooked survivor can cleanse the totem for the first 90 seconds. The hooked survivor can see the aura of the totem within 24, 20, or 16 meters depending on level. This hex is super scary. It can basically make any killer a stealth killer as long as there are totems left when you hook someone. Many survivors will be distracted until they try to cleanse the totem, so most likely those affected won't be doing gens, but will be wandering aimlessly trying to find the totem. If I had to rank this perk out of 10, I would give it a 7 out of 10. Its effect is very strong and can distract survivors for a few minutes when they try and find the totem. However, it is killer dependent, so don't run this on killers who have a lullaby, are stealth killers, or are generally loud, as survivors can still identify where you are based on that. The Cenobite's final teachable perk is Scourge Hook Gift of Pain. Like all Scourge hooks at the start of the game, 4 random hooks across the map will turn into a Scourge hook and their auras will be visible in white. When you hook a survivor on a Scourge hook, they will suffer from the Mangled and Hemorrhage status effects. When the survivor is fully healed, they suffer from a 10, 13, or 16% speed penalty to repairing and healing until they are injured again. This perk is okay, in my opinion. The main use of it isn't the Mangled and Hemorrhage status effect, but the slowdown after they are healed. The slowdown is very noticeable, but only takes place once a survivor is healed and lasts until they are injured again. This perk is very killer dependent, and you want survivors to be healed to full health for it to take effect, so use this on insta-down killers like Billy or Bubba. If I had to rank this perk out of 10, I would give it a 5 out of 10. While its effects are good, it is dependent on the Scourge hook, and its power is really only okay on killers who don't injure survivors fast, because that would invalidate the slowdown part of the power. The Cenobite has some pretty strong perks, all are usable on some killers at least, which is more than I can say for many killers in the game. For general gameplay tips, you mainly need to work on your aim with your chains. Since this is the core of your power and you stop moving when you use it, you really need to hit your chains or else you will lose a chase. It takes some time to get used to, but it's great once you get the hang of it. Also, learn the noise that the box makes. If you can find it, the game will be on your side for a bit, revealing the location of all survivors and starting a chain hunt. For add-ons, I would recommend both of the add-ons which decrease the time required to start a chain hunt. If you combine them, you will lose 9 seconds on the chain hunt timer, which is super strong. I would also recommend the add-ons which decrease the cooldown of your power, which would let you use it more than once in a chase. Now, I'll be going over one game that I played as the Cenobite, with commentary over important moments. Thanks to Pain Reliever for the idea. At the start of the game, I decide to move towards the lodge as I hear the crows indicating survivors are nearby. I accidentally canceled my power, prompting me to just move elsewhere as to not waste more time here. I get an M1 without needing my power, with a chain, and teleport over to Bill as he has the box.
You summoned me. I came.
I managed to chain him here, which gets me an M1. I luckily get a grab, but almost get blinded by Nia. That would have really sucked if that worked. They get a gen done. No worries. I chain up Nia again, but miss a hook. I'll go over here and chase down Michaela. Luckily, I have Spirit Fury and Enduring, so I managed to get a hit.
The box. You opened it. I came.
Nia made a bad choice grabbing the box here. My chains get me an easy down despite her sprint burst. I'll whack this gen, proccing oppression and having 2 survivors miss skill checks. Luckily, I get the down despite her breaking my chains quite easily. I scare the survivor off the gen and hit it to hopefully get some regression done fast. It's Steve the Hare Harrington. I hit a nice chain here, which gets me an M1. Another quick chain, and I almost get him. Unluckily for me, since this game is coded by actual monkeys, my gateway spawns on the 2nd floor, making me lose precious time. A chain hunt begins, so now the survivors will be bombarded by chains. Now, they basically need to solve the box, or else they can't do gens reliably. I proc oppression as to hopefully make the other gens lose some progress. A rough gateway here almost makes me lose a hit, but I managed to barely get one. Super close, but I get the down too. It looks like Michaela is solving the box, so let's teleport over to her and try to get an easy down.
I came.
That was an easy down. The other 2 survivors are healthy, so I'm a bit concerned about gen progress right now. I'll just hit this gen and look for someone nearby. I don't see anyone, so I'll go here due to the scratch marks that I see. Damn, he made some serious distance. That sucks for me. Bill, you're not a Prestige 3 Claudette. Please stop this, man. An unfortunate miss, but a chain hunt begins, and I manage to chain him, getting an easy down. Unluckily, as I carry him, Michaela solves the box, ending the chain hunt. I whack the gen, and oppression shows me where someone else is. But I unfortunately don't see them, as they are hiding somewhere I didn't check. I found Bill at least, but I don't want to tunnel him, as that wouldn't be cool. I get an M1 on Michaela and go over to Steve as he is solving the box.
The box. You opened it. I came.
Unfortunately, I missed the first hook. I hit the second one, and that gets me a hit. A third hook guarantees a down and a hook. This power, when used correctly, is very good in a chase.
I'll tear your soul apart.
Oh shit, I got blast mined. That's always embarrassing. Everyone is here, so I can start hitting people. I hook Bill here, which gets me this M1 since he got a medium vault. Bill down. Sorry, Bill. You know I love you, man. Another chain hunt begins here. I hook Michaela, and she vaults at the wrong time, getting me a hit. I miss a chain, and now get ready for an embarrassingly long chase. If other survivors were alive, I would be concerned about gen progress, but since Steve is the only one here, I have all the time in the world to just use Bloodlust to get this down.
What a waste of good suffering.
Steve is the last one left. I hope I can find the hatch quickly. A little jig to show off my silly shadow here. Nothing special. Very lucky hatch. If I find Steve, I'll let him go. I see him play this game quite well. Ah, what a cutie. Get out of here, you. This was a nice game. They all played well, but with the use of my power, I managed to get 3 kills, and I let the last Steve go. I love the Cenobite. His power is super strong when you use him correctly. However, since he is quite difficult, get some practice in with the aiming part of his power so you can master him in a chase. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and ring the bell to get notified for whenever I upload. For now, this will be my final killer guide. I'm going to work on a video essay detailing how video games can accurately and creatively portray anxiety, so I hope you look forward to that releasing later this August. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone!